So this song, I remember, growing up, I grew up in Monterey, and I've been living in Montana for years, but I came back from my mom's last bus ride. And, and she was Canadian, she's Canadian, and so my dad, he didn't really care about music at all. He was not interested in it at all. In fact, he hated that I played the guitar. But my mom loved music, and being from Canada, we had one of these, we had one of those, remember those big old hi-fi things that builds like a big piece of furniture? It takes like 6 people to move it. They sound good. So we only had Canadian artists, except for Joan Baez. She liked Joan Baez, but we got to listen to Joni Mitchell and Neil Young, and of course Ian and Sylvia, and Wilf Carter, who was Montana Slim. He was a Canadian. Wilf Carter, Leonard Cohen, Buffy St. Marie. So there was good stuff to listen to. That's for sure. But I remember the word, of growing up in a very strange time. If to take you back to that, and I look around, everybody probably remembers when, there was, in '63, John Kennedy was killed, and in April 4th, '68, it was Martin Luther King. 2 months later, Robert Kennedy was shot on June 6th, 1968. And then, if you didn't think the whole fucking world was falling apart as a kid, and seeing things, all these things, and then the Kent State thing happened, and that was almost like too much. And I remember we would go down to Carmel Beach with some Mexican marijuana. Remember that? You could smoke a whole joint of Mexican marijuana and you could still go to class. That's what I figured out in high school. And drink some spinata and talk about girls and different things you do when you're a teenager at Carmel Beach. But I remember we were going over there, and we that day we found out on the radio that some protesters at Kent State were shot, and just was like a really bizarre time, man. Soldiers and Nixon's coming, we're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. Gotta get down to it, soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her, found her dead on the ground? How could you run when you know? Gotta get down to it, soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How could you run when you know? It's so I got the signal one more. Time flies up here when you have fun. One more, and then there's a break.